Jaxson, just kind of evaluating the scrimmages y'all have had, just how do you feel this offense has done on those 3 Saturdays?
Yeah, I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like we're in a better spot than we were last year. I think a big part of it is just the returning guys that we have coming back, just the leadership that we have on that side of the ball. We were able to go more into depth into installs and just do more creative things. And, when you have a lot of guys who have a ton of football experience that have played ball for a really long time, whether they've been here or not, they pick up on things quick. And I think that we're, each week able to execute at a higher level, and I feel like we're in a really good spot.
Sounds like there's some receiver injuries right now. Who are some of the younger receivers who have stepped up in their stead?
Yeah, I think guys like Caden Lee, Aiden, Noril, Josh Hacka, those guys have had great camps. Just getting better each and every day. They've been super impressive guys to watch and to throw the ball to. So we got a lot of weapons, from, the guys that are coming back, the older guys, and to the younger guys. So, I'm just happy with, the progression they've made and, the standard of excellence that they want to go out and play with each and every day.
We were talking to your offensive coordinator a couple weeks ago, addressing the helmet communication and having to work through that. You talked about, making sure you get the right information, but not overload yourself, just kind of, make things stressful and all that. Is working through that with you, Charlie Weiss, and Lane, what's that process been like, and how smooth has it been, if it has?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think it's going to be super beneficial for us. I'm really lucky to have, Coach Weiss and Coach Kiffin, who are brilliant, minds of their own. So being able to have, that little voice in my ear at times is going to be really nice. And then us just being able to just, make little checks here and there. It's been good to work through, just the amount of information and, the things that, trying to get as smooth as possible for the season. So it's been good to work through it these past weeks, and especially through the scrimmages.
What's been the balance and kind of dynamic of you guys having fun and doing work at the same time, like that, video of basketball or whatever during the meeting?
Yeah, I think when you get into like the dog days of camp towards the end, people start to get a little drowsy. So when you're able to, come to meetings and be really excited to be here, I think that says a lot. And, that goes credit to our coaches, just being able to build, a fun atmosphere and an atmosphere that people really want to be a part of and really enjoy being in. So, football's tough, man. Like, it's a grind. And, but when you're able to have a lot of fun doing it, it makes things so much easier. And then I think at the same time, it brings us all closer because we're able to, laugh and joke around with each other, when we may not be in football, but at the same time, just being able to have that time and create those bonds.
You mentioned kind of those dog days of camp. Well, now entering kind of game week, is there anything that you're looking forward to learning about this group of guys in a game that maybe you can't learn as much during camp?
Yeah, I'm really excited to face adversity. I think that's something that I'm actually really looking forward to and seeing how our team handles it. I felt like last year that's what, made our team what it was, is us being able to, block out the noises, block out the storms, and, just weather it all. I think that was what really set us apart last year. So I'm excited to, face adversity this year and see how our team responds. And, I think that the ceiling for our team is so high. So I think that in those times it's really going to tell what kind of team we are.
And then we kind of talk about this every year, but with all the new transfers coming in and you being kind of a veteran and a leader on this team now, how are you seeing the guys kind of gel early on?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think that if you go room by room and ask that question, to guys that have been here, I think we can all really say that this is like the closest that we've ever felt like our team has been as a whole, from just position rooms to just the whole team. So I feel like the bonds that we've created are super strong, and I think that our coaches did a great job of bringing in the right people, whether it's coaches or players, to really fit our program and to really just buy in. So it's been really cool to see that transition from everybody and create those relationships.
Jaxson, there's only one football. You got a lot of guys with a lot of ability out there. Has there been any discussion about I'm not getting the ball, that type of attitude, or you're in control of that, right?
I think that we have a super mature team, and I think that everybody that has come in here has the idea they want to win a lot of football games and take it all the way. So when you have that mindset instead of having a selfish mindset of just thinking about yourself, And I think that just says a lot about the maturity that we have on this team, and I think that's what's going to really, drive us throughout this year, being able to root each other on.
Actually, you stacked several years now, several games, so experience is there, obviously. When you look in the mirror and evaluate yourself, what do you see in Jaxson Dart, and, what are your expectations as an individual this year?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this season, first of all. I'm really excited for the possibilities it can bring. I feel like I've, worked, as hard as I can this offseason, put myself in the best situation, and, I know what level that I need to play at for us to reach those goals, and I think that that's really just something I'm excited about. I'm going to push to be the best that I can be and do whatever it takes to put our team in the best situation. But honestly, I'm just really fortunate to have the receivers and the offensive line and just the gadgets that I have around me to just, just be a point guard and get those guys the ball, because they're the ones that's going to make the plays.
Jaxson, Caden Prescorn has a lot of life experiences that maybe not everybody at his age does. What kind of role does he have in the locker room? How do guys kind of interact with him knowing that?
Yeah, I think Caden's just a tremendous human. He's somebody that's gone through a lot, like you said, and has been able to just get better from it, regardless of, how tragic a situation may be or how hard a situation may be. Like, he's always found it as an opportunity to grow himself, and he's somebody that I really look up to. He's like the oldest guy on our team, I feel like, so he's like a big brother to me in a lot of ways. And whether it's us playing on the pickleball court or us playing on the football field, that's my guy. So I've learned a lot from him, and he's a tremendous guy to have in the locker room. We're very fortunate to have him.
Kind of going off the earlier question of in receivers battling some injuries, how have you seen the run game kind of transpire over this month?
Yeah, I've been stoked about it. When you bring in a new running back room entirely, pretty much, it's fun to kind of see what those guys can do. And, with what we lost, it brought in a lot of opportunities for guys to step up. And I think they've done an amazing job. And it's actually been some production that, I'm very thrilled to have. And I think that when you're just a quarterback and you can have, a strong run game, it just makes everything so much easier. So just watching those guys compete each and every day has been a lot of fun. And then they're all tremendously talented, so they can do a lot of things with the ball in their hand. And I'm excited for that room, and I think it's probably the most underrated part of our team this year.
You may have already answered this, but if not, when we were talking to Lane over the past 2 weeks, he made it seem like both times during the scrimmage that, the defensive line kind of stole the show as far as, working as offensive line that is also expected to have the depth that it has. How has that helped you so far this offseason as far as, handling pass rush and whatnot?
Yeah, we feel like we're playing against the best each and every day. Our defensive line is extremely deep, and they're very talented. So when you're able to go against that every single day in practice, it just really makes, the whole team a lot better because you're playing against the best every day. So, like you said, they definitely stole the show for the first, 2 scrimmages. And, they just have so many talented guys on that side of the ball. And, they mesh really well together. A lot of guys can play in a lot of different spots, so it makes it really hard to stop. And they bring so many different looks. So honestly, I'm happy to go play against another defense because it's been tough going against them. Thank y'all.